heavily, just like cats and dogs. And
Oh,
very soon, yeah, I was a
so English
yes.
language is a skill, as you know. Literature is different. So what is it? Oh,
मैंने
okay,
कहा,
okay,
why
okay.
can't you speak? So attentively, oh, ma'am is
Oh,
speaking
okay.
English. Then after the phone call, I was
Hello, how are you? I'm doing great. Thanks for connecting with me and also for sending emails. Well, today's conversational video is with Aarti. Aarti reminds us that it's not necessary to be a tutor or a trainer to be a learner for life. When I spoke to her, I could clearly see a learner peeping from within. Sometimes we replace this spark of learning with frustration, with ignorance, and sometimes with ridiculous comments. It happens with all the people around. You would have seen a lot of people who are really good with the language. In my native place, I come across a lot of such people who can use the language flawlessly, good with writing and speaking, but they should be taught the art of communication. There are people who are not very good with the language, but who can really grace any conversation with their communication skills. They could be making a lot of grammatical errors. They may not be good with words and phrases, but they can really grace and speak with that art. I think that's communication. They just have to work on language. So when it comes to people who ridicule, who don't even realize that they make more mistakes than the others, I think it's important to avoid them because people have been writing to me about this. When you begin something with meaning and purpose, if you can change one person's attitude and approach to life, I think that's a success. And let the success make all the noise. Over to the conversation.
Hello. Hi, Ati.
hello,
Good evening.
good evening, good evening.
At the outset, thanks
So
a
how?
lot. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I'm also fine, and I'm fit as a fiddle.
Oh, that's
Uh,
great.
and it was my pleasure and privilege that I'm sitting in front of you because I was
Same.
waiting for this session
Uh,
very eagerly.
Thanks a lot. And
Yeah.
at the outset, thanks for sending the request. Thanks for following up and joining on time. Everything is part of making a conversation successful.
Yes, exactly.
So, how was the day
I
for
think,
you? Were you working today?
yeah, yes, ma'am. My school is from all the 6 days of week, from
Okay.
Monday to Saturday. Yeah, I'm in school. I just come here by 5:30,
You
and it
came by
was
5:30.
raining heavily, just like cats and dogs. And
Oh,
very soon, yeah, I was afraid that maybe there may be a power cut, but by
okay.
God grace, it was not there. Yeah, and everything is fine.
Like you have been into conversation, you have been speaking to a lot of people. How do you think these conversational videos help people if it's taken in the right way?
Yeah, conversation videos are quite helpful for those who are learning this language as well.
Okay.
And if even if they are not learning, then also we get to know each other. We can connect by sitting in our home, and we can connect to different peoples, and we
Okay.
can know their lifestyles, their nature.
So, what subjects do you deal with as a teacher?
Yeah, I am a graduate in mathematics, and I'm master's in English literature.
Okay, okay, that's great. Literature student.
Yeah.
Yes, I've also completed literature and research in literature, both. So, let me
Oh.
ask you, this is a common question. Being literature students, generally people think, oh, you're good with literature, means you know
Uh-huh.
English. They teach you English. So, English
Yes.
language is a skill, as you know. Okay, listening,
Yes, of
reading,
course.
speaking, writing. Literature is
Mhm.
different. So, what is the
Yeah.
difference actually? Being
It's quite different that if you are literature in English, then you can speak English well also, because it's a language, and we are using it for a communication purpose, and communication purely is exchange of thoughts, ideas, and all that. But in if we talk about literature, yeah, in literature we are studying the different authors, their works, their writing styles, and
Yes.
all those things we are learning in literature. But if we are talking about these conversations or talking about the speaking language, that is totally different. Because I have a very live example in my home itself, that my sister-in-law, she is very good at English. She is masters in English, in English literature, and I am a convent student, and I am also masters in English. But the reason that, yeah, I don't know many grammar rules. I sometimes it's a slip of tongue and I forget to use,
Oh,
and I'm just not very much into the present perfect, past perfect, and all that. But she is
okay.
very accurate. But she can't speak. She can't
Oh,
speak.
okay. She knows the
She can
grammar
speak, but
rules.
if I spell any wrong, if I produce some wrong sentence and it
Yeah.
is not grammatically correct, then she may interrupt immediately. Didi, this is not this way. It will go with this.
Oh,
मैंने
okay,
कहा,
okay,
why
okay.
can't you speak? So
Yes,
she's
that's
saying
a
that just
valid
you
point.
get,
Yes, yes, that's a
yeah,
valid point. Like many learners know the rules, but they don't know how to implement it. Otherwise, some people don't know the rules, but they speak well. That's also there.
yes,
And as you rightly said, literature is the crude form of language. It's crude. It's all about
crude form.
writing, perspective of people, and we don't learn grammar there. Of course, we learn about grammar, the evolution of language.
Yeah,
But when it comes to skills, it's communicative English, spoken English, a lot of things are there. But literature is I think it is the crudest and the most elevated form of language because it's
right.
called Sahitya. You read a lot
Yeah,
of
right.
things, you get a lot of things, you get a lot of ideas. But when it comes to skills, it's different. It's a lot different. Yeah.
So it's different thing.
Yeah.
Being a English literature is not, it never gives you a guarantee that you will be
Yes.
a good
Very
communicator
true. Very
also.
true. Good observation. And how's life being a teacher? Like I think you have a lot of experience. Like you've been how many years of teaching?
I think I have been teaching as a government teacher. I was appointed as 2000 in 2001. But
Okay.
before that, yeah, I was teaching in one of the convent school, very renowned convent school here,
Okay.
St. Joseph Convent School. Yeah, I was teaching here moral science, mathematics, and
Okay.
English. And after that, I got selected in government job, but I was not willing to go there because I know my English will all become good gobar there, and uh, I will be of no use. But my husband and
Okay.
my in-laws, they insisted that no, it's a secure job and you must go for it.
Yes.
So they are, village students and they don't know
Yes,
English
they
that
need to
much.
understand, and of
Yeah.
course, as a teacher, like it's always give and take. It's not possible to always use the right English there because the environment is
Yes.
not. But still, in between, I think you can tweak it. You can
Huh.
tweak it
Yes. Yes.
and try to
I'm
give the
just
right knowledge. Yeah.
I'm speaking like some chunks, not even a
Yes.
particular complete
Yes. Yes.
sentence, but in chunks I'm speaking
Okay.
with them. And daily in the morning assembly, I just give them two or three new words,
Oh, that's
uh,
good.
whatever. Yeah, just to enrich their vocabulary.
Okay.
And because it is a morning and their brains are very fresh at that time, so just they
Yes.
remember. And then next day, I just recall all those words which I taught
Okay.
on the earlier day,
You
and
revise the
then some
words
new
with
words
them.
again.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
So, are the students interested to learn this language?
Yes,
How's
yes,
their
very
level
much,
of English?
very much.
They're very interested. But I've also heard
Yeah.
that students from the government schools, they're very attentive and they
Yes.
are interested to learn. Only thing is we have to show them the right path. Yes. Yeah.
Whenever I'm in the school and some phone calls come and when I have to speak in English, so they listen very attentively. Oh, ma'am is
Oh,
speaking
okay.
English. Then after the phone call, I'm not aware that they are listening so
Okay.
attentively. And after the phone call, they come to me and say, "Ma'am, हम कैसे बोलेंगे आपके जैसा English? Please, ma'am,
Oh,
teach us,
okay, okay.
teach
Yes,
us
yes. That
also."
curiosity. I mean, that's more than enough. Like you have that
Yes,
curiosity to learn, the willingness to learn. Very good. I mean, that's good.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, Aarti, I'm going to share a picture. Yeah. Just
Okay,
let me know if
yeah.
you can see the screen. Okay.
It's I think one of the pictures is of classroom.
Yes.
Then the globe in one of the
Yes.
hand,
Yes.
and then some very path. Yeah,
Lot
yeah,
of
I got.
paths are there, direction,
Yes,
everything is shown.
yes.
And remember the picture. You've got a child's hand holding a globe, and then there is a bigger
Mhm.
hand beneath it. Okay, it's like this. So
Yes.
there's a globe inside the child's hand. Another
Mhm.
one, you have a lot of
Okay.
directions, crooked paths, straight paths, question mark,
Mhm.
all those
Mhm.
signboards are there. The other one is classroom. Okay, these are the three
Mhm.
pictures. Okay, you
Mhm.
can
Yeah,
again
I
take
got
a
it.
closer look
Yeah.
at it. What you have to do is use these three pictures to create a situation, not a story, any situation. You can convey a message.
Yeah. So first picture is of classroom, and I think um, the classroom where the learners of 21st centuries are sitting, and yeah, in front of them there are many paths, and they may be misguided that where to go, which paths they can choose just to enlighten their future. Yeah, student need a teacher so that he can or she can guide them to choose the right path, because the world is now in their hands. They are the leaders of 21st century, and yes, a support is very much needed for them. Otherwise, without of this support, just they can't reach to their goals. They can't reach attain their objectives. They can't achieve their aims.
Yes, you have created a very beautiful situation connecting today's generation. I'll stop sharing the screen. You've
Okay.
connected today's generation, the 21st century skills, and communication skill is part of 21st century skills, language skills, and then children get misguided. So today we are
Hmm.
running short of good teachers. It's a fact. It's not just
Yes.
pertaining to language. We don't have good teachers anyway. We have teachers, qualified teachers, postdoctorate
Hmm.
teachers, but when it comes to real teachers, we are running short of good teachers. So you said one
Yes,
valuable
ma'am.
point. They could get misguided. Yeah, because we have a lot of options today. They have a lot of
Options.
options in
Yes.
front of them. And yes, as teachers also, we all are dealing with the future generation. We have to be very
Hmm.
careful with our deeds, with our actions. So just now you said when I speak casually over the phone, children listen to me. Okay, they listen to you out of love, out of admiration. They're trying to learn also something from you. So the teaching that you do is actually that has got less to do with the grooming part. They observe and they learn, right? So the situation that
Yes.
you've created encapsulates everything. And reaching the goal, today we all are living in this competitive world where we want to just go, we want to reach the peak, the higher level. But what is the path that we are choosing? After choosing a path, are you really confused? Even if you get confused, how do you deal with the confusion? Yeah, that's also there. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Like, did I miss out on any
Yeah. Yeah.
points? Do you want
And
to add something? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And once you have chosen the path, it's become very difficult to get reverse from that path. So before choosing it, I'm just remembering Wordsworth, I think Robert Frost one poem, two roads uh,
The road
roads
not taken.
taken, road not
Not,
taken,
the road not taken by Robert Frost.
taken.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And I took 4 to 5 days to teach this small poem. It took me 5 days to explain it, because once you have selected the path, then it's difficult to just reverse it. Students of our country, I think 70%, they even don't know that after class 10th which subject they have to take.
Oh,
They are not that much I can say, they don't become that much wise, that they are perplexed, they are in doubt that we have to take which subject. They can't decide by themselves, because we are making them robots. We are not treating them as human beings, and we are judging them with the same scale.
exactly,
neither,
exactly.
neither this side
The
nor this side, the
parameters
same,
remain the same. The
the
curriculum,
same.
the
Yeah.
syllabi, everything changes. We have people working towards upgradation of education, but still, that's why I told you in the beginning, we have very few teachers, real teachers, and the skill to reason, the skill to analyze, critical thinking skill that is also important today. Until and unless we create the atmosphere, children will not learn. They will not know.
Yeah.
They will remain ignorant. And as you rightly said, completing the syllabus, completing the portion is just part of it. Even if you
Yes.
score 95% or 10%, and
Mm.
that's not the end of life. And one thing
Yes.
is, Even if you show them the path, you say this is the right or this is the wrong path, you show them the path, they may get confused, they may face a problem. So when they face a problem, they shouldn't feel that, oh, this is the end. Okay, this is the end of the road.
Hmm.
It is not the end of the road. You need to tackle the problem. How do I tackle the problem? Because life is full of challenges. Even if you choose the right path, you are going to face problems. Problems are inevitable. Today's children don't
Because
know
life
that.
is
Yes.
so other name of life is a problem itself. We can never get a very smooth path. The path sometimes it becomes very rough also. Sometimes
Rough.
obstacles are there, hurdles are
Yes.
there, but we have to overcome.
You know, the mindset of people dealing with the classroom, class
Yeah,
management skill is important. Okay, dealing with the class, dealing with the students. It's not
start
instant.
teaching. No.
Motivation is never
Yeah.
instant. Yes, it comes
Yes.
from within. It's a process also, exactly. And until and unless
And
you
it
create
then
that atmosphere and willingness, it's not going to spring up, not sprout.
because Albert Einstein said, and I quote that he the teaching is not giving information to brain. It's training the brain to
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Our students, they are not thinking. They never ask a question. You just go in the class, you start teaching. They jot down whatever you are teaching, and that's all. I don't know what happened that they are not asking, but I have give them this much liberty, this much freedom because they are scared of me also. Even I never beat them, but I don't know. There is today in the we are three teachers and I was alone and I was
Okay,
dealing with all the three classes simultaneously. I'm the only one teacher and there is a complete silence. All of us, they all were, some were reading books, some were reading writing, some were making drawings. I said them, do whatever you want because today is Saturday. We are having Bal Sabha like that. But
okay.
yeah, class 8, I never leave class 8 because it's a board class. So I always teach them.
So
So
it's like, see, it's not just lesson plan, right? On the spot, you create a plan and you make the day productive for the students.
yes,
Some teachers think it's always on the paper. You have the lesson plan, you finish, and that's done. But presence of mind. So presence of mind to deal with different grade children and then make the day productive. Right? Okay, so it was really nice. I think we spoke about a lot of things and a lot of topics came in between, right? And I'm really impressed by the way you approach learning. It's not just because you're a teacher, but you have a learner. You have a learner within you, and that is what
yes.
is always being highlighted when you say, "This is what I want to do. This is what I would like to give. This is what I would like to share." That is also something that I noticed about. Okay, so time is up. Anything that you want to ask before we
Okay.
close the session? And I liked the way you did the
Yeah.
activity. It was really apt and appropriate.
Yeah. I want to ask that, yeah, I think I am a learner and I keep on learning the things. How to inculcate or incorporate good words while speaking because I am I am anchor also, not of English but Hindi.
Okay,
So I want to just incorporate good words in my speech
okay.
as I heard your speech. So how can we develop this type of attitude, or
Yes.
you can say the vocabulary,
Yeah, it's
enrich our
like
vocabulary?
it is practice, of course. Like it has been happening for quite some time for me. For some people, it takes less time. See, for me, what helps is reading, reading.
Really?
But still, if I learn, if I come across 10 words, I'll forget maybe 5 words. But 5 words is there in my mind because of the context. Okay, so take
Hmm.
simple words like home, sit, okay, stand. How did we learn these words? Because of repetition. So R, recycle, reuse, repeat, yeah, recharge.
Hmm.
So these are words like you listen to something, reuse, recycle, repeat. So first is repetition. If you listen to the word introvert, for example, it's a new word, repeat. So first you may say introvert, listen to the pronunciation again, introvert, repeat, repeat. Then reuse after 3 days, use it again. So some people have a short diary, some people write it down in the form of notes without the meaning, only the words. Then again, recycle. How do you recycle? With the context. Okay, so you can say
Okay.
earlier I used to be an introvert, but today I think I can speak more and comfortable speaking to others. So you use the word with the context. Later, while recycling, you can make a story. So today you used beautiful words like enlightening, okay, or misguided, people becoming misguided with the context. It's because you have been recycling subconsciously. But when you really want to learn words, repetition, recycling, reusing, and for that little bit of effort is required. And it's okay if you don't remember all the words. Some people get fed up and say, I can't remember. You learn 10 words, can you remember 4? Very good, excellent. And again, you may drop some. It's like your brain is picking, like a magnet. But later, when it
Mhm.
registers, you'll never forget those words. Just like home, sit, and stand. This is the
Mhm.
process. It's just like, it comes and then you keep using it and it becomes a part of your language realm. Yeah.
Yes.
I hope you liked today's conversation. If you're really interested in connecting with me, you could drop an email, and genuine interest will definitely be taken into consideration. So remember all that I mentioned at the beginning. It's not necessary to be a tutor or teacher in order to be a learner for life. It's just the mindset. It's just that you need to open your mind and connect with people and see where you have to work on. Proficiency, fluency, flow of language, all these things are important. It becomes meaningful when you have this art of communicating with others. After all, why do we use a language? To communicate effectively. Happy learning.